Hello and welcome to this how to play video on Canosa. In this asymmetric game, each player will act as sirens attempting to sway sailors to their side of the board. The first to lull 4 sailors to their island wins the game. Setup is simple. The game contains a single board which tells players where to place their pieces. These include 2 sirens along with their corresponding colored rings, as well as 10 wooden sailors. In the middle of the board, there are 10 dots, each of a differing color, gold or silver. Each space with a dot receives 1 of the wooden sailors, with a single ring of the color matching the color of the dot. 10 sailors will be on the board once setup is finished, 5 with silver rings and 5 with gold rings. Now, diagonally opposed, there are 2 corner spaces, colored silver and gold. The siren piece of the corresponding color is placed on each space, with 2 rings of the same color. Players are now fully prepared to enjoy a game of Canosa. Players will take turns making moves, and on their turn, a player will perform 2 actions, of which 4 are available. Players may even choose to take the same action twice. The first action is to move their siren a single space. Sirens can move 1 space in any direction. The second action a player may perform is to move a sailor in their control 1 space. Sailors may move 1 space orthogonally in any direction. The third action allows the player to move 1 ring from their siren to an adjacent sailor. The fourth action is the opposite, allowing a siren to remove a ring of its own color from an adjacent sailor. So, simple enough, but there are some rules regarding movement. First, once sirens have left their islands, they cannot return. Additionally, they cannot enter their opponent's islands. Sirens and sailors cannot move through or jump over other pieces except in one scenario. If one siren has more rings than another siren, it may perform an attack by moving onto that siren's space. The defeated siren is then pushed to any unoccupied adjacent space. Sailors may only move towards islands, and specifically, only towards the island they are under the control of. What dictates control of a sailor is what color ring is on top of the ring stack. When a player has control of a sailor, the other player cannot choose to move that sailor. If a sailor has no rings, then it is neutral and cannot move until a siren places its ring on it. Both sirens and sailors can have, at maximum, 3 rings on them. Note, multiple rings of the same color can be on top of one another. Now let's talk about scoring. Players score by moving a sailor onto the island corner space that matches their top ring color. They are then removed, and their rings are removed as well. Rings are distributed back to sirens in the following way. If a single ring is scored, it goes back to the scoring player's siren. If 2 or 3 rings are scored of the same color, 1 ring goes back to the siren of that color. If 2 or 3 rings are scored of differing colors, 1 ring goes back to each siren, and the extra is out of the game. Rings that do not re-enter the game will never come back into play. And this concludes this how to play video for Canosa. Thanks for watching.